Alright, take two. Oh, it's happier already, I can tell. Let's look at some live data, take this thing for a spin. Yeah, it's running much smoother. No misfires yet. Take it for a test drive. Uh-oh. Map sensor 0 volts. What happened? TPS is still good. It was reading fine. Maybe you didn't like that block off plate, huh? Read fault code. Failed. Dang. Let's check that map sensor again. Alright, so we're going to look at scan data and just do a quick little wiggle check. There's the map. Oh, there you go. What was that? Okay, so the problem is at the map sensor. I'm going to see if the connector is happy. Maybe it's not plugged in all the way. Maybe it's a pin fitment issue. There we go, 4.6, 14 psi. It's dropping out. Let me check the pins because the clip is broken on there. So maybe you should go in a little further. Should be a simple fix there. Alright, so I tightened up the pins, sprayed them with deoxit, and put a zip tie around the entire thing so the connector is nice and snug in the map sensor. So now we do tap test, rock steady, 4.6 volts. Now we can take it for a test drive. Alright, so now we're just back to EGR control solenoid circuit fault. Let's plot the data. Go for another test drive. Alright, let's start her up. That was a good startup. Okay, 6 psi. That's fine. Short and long-term trim. Look at the IAC coming down, 42 counts. Our RPMs are about 800 RPM, 6 grams per second. There we go, short-term starting to correct a little bit. Let it smooth out. Yeah, single digits. Not bad. Let's take it for a spin. There's the next beached whale victim, towed in from Virginia. 2000 Camry. I thought those didn't break. So far so good on the Pontiac though. Looking great on the data. Single digit fuel trims, IAC's happy, oxygen sensor is oscillating, map is happy, 6 psi. Looking good. Alright, here we go. V6 power. Smooth, no misfires. I don't know what that cylinder 4 misfire and the customer complaint was all about, but let's see if it shifts through all the gears. Seems to be happy, and then we'll check the how hot it gets, and also the cooling fan operation. If he wanted me to wire in a toggle switch, that's not a good idea. No way. I'm not doing that, but we can fix it the right way. I mean, even the cruise control works. Amazing. So I did notice that the coolant temp only got up to 160 degrees, so you might have a different thermostat in there. It should be closer to 200 degrees when it's, well, all the way warmed up. The actual needle is like at 160, 70, 80. Might be a little over, but I don't know. We can look into the cooling fans if the customer wants us to. But that was it for the 5-volt reference diagnosis. First thing unplugged, EGR, boom, 5-volt reference is back. And then it took a lot more time to restore the car back to stock. So yeah, it's pretty crazy that sometimes you get these cars from, you know, far, far away for these seemingly weird, mysterious problems that haven't been solved for years, and it turns out to be pretty straightforward. So I really do appreciate people bringing me, you know, their vehicles, and definitely got it fixed. No parts required. You know, you can send all the new parts back to wherever, Rock Auto or back to GM. But this is amazing. You know, this Pontiac has 330,000 miles and still drives perfectly fine. So keep your old cars on the road, and if we have any bonus footage for the cooling fans, we'll post that. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, let's check the operation of these cooling fans. A little bonus footage. So we're at 190 right now, and it says the fans are off, and we can try to just request the AC. Okay, so on, yes. And we'll see if the fans get commanded on. There you go. Fan control relay 1 command on. Let's see if the fan's actually turned on. Yeah, they turned on. They're on low speed. They're spinning. Okay. So I don't know what's wrong with these fans. Let's just turn the AC off. Fan should kick off here after a little while, and we'll just let this thing run until it gets to whatever, 210 degrees, and we'll see if the fan just kicks on its own. It probably works just fine. Okay, so the fan kicked off. Temperature is down to 185, so I don't know if that's the proper set point. We'll just run it for 10-15 minutes and see if the fan kicks on its own and at what temperature. Alright, I'm revving up the engine. We're at 206 degrees. And the coolant temp, 208. And you can see the needle is quite a bit higher than actual temperature. But we have another water temp gauge. It's about 215 there. So 210 on the actual engine computer, 212. Let's see when the cooling fan decides to kick on. 224. That's crazy that the fans aren't being commanded on. There we go, finally at 225. So I'm going to save this picture. And our temperature should start dropping like a rock. So this gauge is a little off for sure. Let's see if the fans make a difference. So this needle is dropping pretty quickly. Now we're down to less than 220. We're at 228 on the ECT. $226. All right, we started descending. This needle's dropping pretty quickly too. So what I would do on my own car is take the cluster out and just take that needle and shift it to where it's correct, and then put it back in, and that way it won't get towards the red and you won't like freak out. This is just the way the car is designed. So 225 up to 230, that's fine, as long as you don't have water there and as long as there's pressure in the system. That's just when the cooling fans decide to kick on. It's not a problem. So I'm not going to put any toggle switches in. The owner can, I mean, this is a computer controlled system. I would not do any toggle switches or anything else. I really would not. And I would put in the original thermostat. You know, 190 Fahrenheit, not 150 or 160. So the fan's going to stay on here. Let's see when it'll turn off. I don't know if it'll turn off at 185. Okay, so fan switched off at 210 degrees. We'll note that and say that's normal operation. So actually the needle is pretty close. So that whole range is fan on, fan off if you're in traffic. I'd say that's within, you know, that's how it's designed. So I got off the phone with the customer about the Pontiac Grand Prix. Told him it's fixed. It drives perfectly fine. The only issues we have left is you know, the EGR valve. It's blocked off. I asked him, do you care? Do you need it for emissions? You know, the check engine light doesn't work. Do you care about that? He's like, nope, we're good. Don't need that at all. So power steering pump he'll take care of on his own. He said it's running without a thermostat. That's why it was only heating up to 160 or so, because it had a crack in the timing cover and he put stop leak in there and it clogged the thermostat, so he just took it out. He doesn't care about that. Then I told him his temperature gauge is just 20 degrees too high. If you know about that, the cooling fans kick on as they should, so no issues there. So he's happy about that. So we're done. Makes my life easy. Car's back on the road, happy customer, and that's it. The bill is only a few $100 for diagnostics and wiring repair. That's just the way we like it. No parts required. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.